I just believe, and I got a game plan. You always gotta have a game plan. Even like everybody in this audience, you know, what we're slacking is this. We have to go back to the old school, pen and paper. We have to write
That's my thing. I love writing.
We have to write our ideas down and sit it right there on the nightstand, and you got to see every day. You see certain goals. You can write down 10 goals, and then in 12 months, if you ain't accomplished none of those goals, then you're running in place.
I don't care what they believe. I don't really care. Because no matter what you do, it's never good enough for anyone.
But all we do is go against each other and hurt each other. We don't stick together. So I'm gonna continue to be who I am and do what I do. And I'm gonna continue to give people jobs, and I'm gonna continue to be the best at whatever comes my way. Find a way. Find a way. Know what y'all wanna do. You know, you can't wait till even if you can be 30, you can be 40, you can be 50. You still got a chance. I'm 44 and I'm still making hundreds of millions. Retired. We feel like retired is, you gotta kick your feet up, let your hair turn gray, let your stomach, you get a pot belly. No. The Waltons is still getting money for Walgreens and Walmart. Warren Buffett is still getting money. You said Bill Gates is still getting money. But soon as if Floyd Mayweather step away from the sport and say he retired, and then I do exhibitions and I do other things, he's hurting for money. Look, I got a lot of problems. Money ain't one of my problems.
So I'm gonna tell you, if you're doing good, they got something to say. If you're doing bad, they got something to say. So do what makes you happy. Because you see this private jet that we own? I got it because I did what I wanted to do. I made over $1 billion. You know why? Because I did what I wanted to do. I'm gonna always tell Tank, do what you wanna do.
Ever since I've known about being the best, I wanted to be the best. My dad always taught me about winning. Winning. There's not a such thing as second. Only person that's taking second is the person that's competing against you at whatever you do. So I always wanted to just win and work hard. But what I tell my children is, winning is not always having your hand raised. Winning is giving 100%, and not just when you're under the lights. Winning is giving 100% in training, as well as when it's time to perform under the big lights. I knew I was the best from the beginning. If you go back and look at the beginning of my career, I called every champion out when I was just a teenager. I was a professional ever since I've been a teenager. So, to be the best, you got to beat the best. So, I wanted to beat every fighter that was the best. That was at my weight class or even around my weight class. I had to have patience. I had patience. Eventually, all the big fights came. I accomplished and did what I had to do.
It's just the great feeling about my life is that that I can still live the same. When I was competing, the same life I was living when I was out there, when I was fighting, is the same lifestyle that I still live currently right now, because I made smart moves. Because even like these young rappers, these hip hop artists, these basketball players and these football players, they think they're going to be young forever. Everything comes to an end, even life. So before that expiration date, I just want to make sure that, my grandchildren and my children are in a great position, and I put them in that position.
I feel like everything that you go through in life is just a learning experience. And I just try to become stronger every day.
I don't even really do it for just my children, because if I don't feel like my children deserve it, I'm gonna give it to the next one, which is probably my nephew or my niece. And I tell them all the time, like, all the different businesses that I have, like skating rinks, and I got so many different business, hotels. A lot of my family members work for me, but if I feel like someone else can do the job better, then I'll remove them. That don't mean I don't love them. It's just business.
Just take a deep breath, listen to the break. You do things where you don't feel like you're on somebody else's schedule. You don't want to feel like you're on nobody else's schedule, like, I have to do this. Everybody should do things because they want to do it, not because they have to do it. I wouldn't settle for less. I don't believe in settling for anything. I feel like you can always get better. You can always grow. In any fight that I fought, it was never good enough, no matter what the people say. And I don't really worry about what the critics say, because that's their job, is to criticize you. So how can you guys criticize me? You guys can't do what I can do. So my job is just to, as far as with fighters, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't believe in abusing my body. Of course, as far as with eating, I have cheat days, but fighters can't get on my level mentally. Physically, if a fighter is on the same level, if he got hand speed like me, he could be stronger than me, can have faster hands than me, faster feet, but mentally I could just go to another place where nobody else can go. Nothing is easy, That's why you always hear my slogan, hard work and dedication. I believe in working hard, and I'm going to dedicate myself to whatever I'm involved in. You got to dedicate yourself.
I think the best thing about my career was I'm my own boss, that I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I rolled the dice, and to become great at whatever you want to do, you got to roll the dice and take a chance on yourself. See, I don't have to put myself number one, because men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. So what are we really rating fighters on? So, a lot of we talk about legacy. Man, these people in this audience, is worried about currency. You can have a fame. There's a lot of people out there that's got a famous face, but they ain't got shit. So I truly believe I'd rather have a currency than a legacy, because my legacy is already engraved in stone.
Right.
A lot of times they say, oh, Mayweather, he's doing exhibitions. It's bad for boxing.
It ain't bad for your pockets.
But at the end of the day, I look at my children, I look at my grandson, I look at my mother, I look at my father. My mother's a millionaire, my dad's a millionaire, my children are millionaires. My little grandson, he's a multi-millionaire, he don't even know it. So I don't want for nothing. So I didn't get into the sport of boxing. I didn't get into the sport of boxing to compare myself to no other fighter. I feel like the way I want to live my life, I live my life the way I want to live it. And no matter what, you can't please everybody, because it's so crazy. Like in the beginning, I feel like people was rooting for me, wanted the best for me. And the more and more as I accomplished more and kept accomplishing things, then you start seeing like different things. Then you start saying, oh, he's a wife beater, or he's not that smart, or you hear so many different things. And I just feel like, okay, you're entitled to believe whatever you want to believe, but I have to have some type of common sense, some type of smart, some type of intelligence to be where I'm at. I've been living the same life for 25 years.